Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 23 Brighton career mode. And right here, I am recording in the closet. Try something new with the whole recording and editing stuff. I did talk about how the last time or the last few times when I try to edit, videos through the Premiere Pro through my PC, Windows 10, and apparently there's, the footages are so choppy. They're like, laggy at the same time, and it was kind of a pain in the butt to edit and also to record as well. So the only thing, and I thought about that yesterday. Actually, yesterday lunchtime, I thought about it. Why not? I just kind of transfer all the footages from my PC through Dropbox, and to my MacBook right here as well. And apparently it's been doing good. It's been doing all right, and I'm loving it. I love how smooth it is. I know eventually it's gonna give me a much better opportunity to edit the videos here and there. And again, I'm still not quite used to in terms of the size of everything. Of course, I did edit through my PC through a big monitor, 27-inch monitor, and right now I'm just kind of doing it through my personal computer, my laptop. So everything seems to be a little bit smaller, a little bit harder to control compared to having like a real keyboard and mouse. But you know what? Because the footages have been so smooth since I've been recording or editing, I have decided to switch platform to to my PC here. Loving it for sure. Not to my PC, to my laptop. But of course, that's pretty much the behind the scenes stuff. But right now we are going to talk about and going through what's going to happen this episode. You guys know that this is going to be a much longer episode, around 15-16 minutes, because trying to wrap this season 2 up. Again, I can't believe we were about to approach to the end of season 2. Again, I kind of like stop in between of season 2. But right now I'm back recording frequently, not in the daily, not like a daily thing anymore, but more of a frequent upload. And the last time we left off was we beat Blackpool 3-0, and we are enter into the final of the FA Cup against Spurs. And of course, they beat Chelsea 2-1, I believe, last time. And right now we are kind of cruising to the FA Cup final. And we'll talk about that game later. But at the same time, there are two things that we have to approach, two things that we need to focus on. It's either winning the FA Cup or trying to claim a European spot. I know earlier on with the objective, the board was saying that or asking us to hopefully, the board was asking whether we could possibly going for the Europa, which is I think is a big stretch. Yes, last season we I think ended up at eighth. So you know what? The thing is, they didn't even put Conference League as the objective, which means that the board thinks that we have the ability to to go further with the team that we have. I know we did a drastic transformation compared to the start of the first season of the Brighton career mode. I think I definitely made more than 10 signings in total, and of course there are definitely a dozens player are being sold at this moment. Pretty much the team that we have now, it's much stronger, more capable of taking on like good teams and great teams. And right here, we drew against Chelsea, which was very unfortunate, and we're sitting in ninth. I know it wasn't quite of an ideal result, but right here we have Middlesbrough away from home. Again, I think they're sitting at bottom half of the table. I think pretty much in the last four places in the Premier League. And again, this is a perfect opportunity for us to kind of just need to win this game. We have to take this game by game, and I know there's a lot of pressure. We got to focus on the FA Cup. We got to rest play for the FA Cup, and we have to end it up in a European spot. I pretty much disregard the whole Europa League thing. All I want is a Conference League or even Europa. But with the table, with the league, how competitive it is, it's really hard to go for a Europa League. I think currently Spurs is sitting at 6 with 4 or 5 points away from us. So I don't think we should be aiming for that. I think instead we're aiming for either winning the FA Cup or trying to end up in a European spot. And this is exactly what we're doing. And again, playing against Middlesbrough away from home, I know away ground is going to be always tough, but the team that we have, it's always capable of doing something magical. Here comes one-on-one with the goalkeeper with Sesko. Good save by the goalkeeper to denied our second goal. Again, even though we scored first goal, we still need to keep on going. And Sesko, again, never stopped trying with his header. Again, our strikers have been phenomenal so far this season. Sesko, Joe Gilhar, Matanovic, all of them right profile for us, very good in the air, which is something that I really do want to build around. And in the 81st minute, we thought we could get a clean sheet of this game. Unfortunately, Middlesbrough score, kind of a consolation goal. Not sure why they're celebrating, because they are currently one goal down. And here comes Matanovic. Again, we bought him in the January transfer window. Again, we're trying to strengthen every possible position that we can, but I think having another additional firepower in the team is very important, and that's what he's for. Coming off the bench, scoring scoring a winner. I would say a winner. To seal that win. And later on, this is going to be an important game. FA Cup in the final against Spurs. It is going to be a tough one. It is not going to be easy to play against Spurs, especially in the Wembley. Our objective, of course, I'm an Arsenal fan, and we got to keep that Spurs banter going on, but not winning a trophy. The last time we won a trophy was back in 2008. I think they won the Carling Cup. I remember it was called the Carling Cup. It wasn't called the Carabao Cup. I think the Carabao Cup was kind of adapted 6-7 years ago. And I think I would prefer the Carling Cup, to be honest. That's how I was raised. That's what the cup was about. I know it's not a very important cup, but right here, FA Cup, it's again a magical cup. Any team can pretty much win it. Who remembers Wigan? I think back in 2011, 2012, they beat Man City 1-0. I believe, was it? I forgot who scored. I think Watson scored. Not sure in the last 5 minutes. Of the game, I think it was a header. It was a beautiful game. I remember that game. But right here against Spurs, it is going to be a tough one to face. 31 minutes in, we are again showing our threat right here. And Joe Gilhar, a good header, but more importantly, what a good save by Hugo Lloris. And 43 minutes, two minutes before the end of the first half, and here comes Gomez to Sesko, and unfortunately it has to happen. It has to be in the wrong timing as well. 1 minute before halftime break, we have conceded a very important one. Unfortunately, we pretty much controlled the game in the first 40 minutes, but unfortunately that was a stinker. 45 minutes in, here comes who else can you be? Who else can it be? Harry Kane in the final, scoring a very important goal. And unfortunately, it seems like Spurs is going to win the FA Cup. And I'm, pretty much I am the disappointment to the Arsenal community. The long running banter has come to an end. Spurs seems to be cruising their way through the FA Cup final. But look at this. Look at this footage right here. I'm not sure what is Sanchez doing, and I don't know what is FIFA doing in general. How is that possible? He becomes some sort of Mr. Fantastic, a very elastic band with his hand. Unfortunately, that's how we lost 3-0. This is not something we want to see. Spurs coming out from the bench celebrating for winning a trophy. We never seen that before. And right here, I was thinking about not putting this footage in, or kind of deleting it. But you know what? We just have to show it. There's no way I can deny it, but it was kind of a pain in the butt seeing Spurs, especially Sonny, lifting that trophy up, and we have let the whole community down. And I guess according to this universe right here, this series, this career mode, I don't think Spurs is the banter club anymore. Winning an FA Cup, yes, I know the ultimate goal is probably winning the Champions League, but the fact that when you win an FA Cup, you're something. A team shows something, and right here, congratulations to Spurs. Even though it stinks to say that, but they won the league. They didn't win the league, but fair play, they won the FA Cup. But which means that since we lost the FA Cup, there are 2 games remaining, and we're sitting at 7th or 8th at this point. Right now, what we have to do is to win the remaining 2 games right here. Leicester City away from home, Kings Power Stadium, and we scored the first goal right there. Just a very sweaty goal. Again, we just need that goal. We just need to score goals to try to win the last 2 possible games as possible. Before we disappoint ourselves once again. I felt like last season we could have probably done a much better job, but this season there's no excuse that we shouldn't be, getting into European competition. Unfortunately, Leicester got one back in 52 minutes, and here comes Sesko. Good turn and great shot right there. He composed himself, finished that one in 2-1, and we regained the lead. 2-1. Sesko has been amazing for us so far this season. 72 minutes in. Here comes, again, the left-hand side, Estupinan. Crosses in the middle, and Holzcheck is right there at the right time and puts that one in an empty net, and we makes it 3-1. Surely it has to be the winner, and we put ourselves in a very favorable position trying to get that European spot. 3-1 was final score, and right here we are currently... Look at that right here. 65 points, and we are 2 points ahead of Newcastle United. What we have to do is we need to get 1 point off Aston Villa, or even try to win the game in order to get that 7th place, in order to get that Conference League European competition. And right here, this is the final team that we have. And of course, a very familiar face on the other team. It's probably Undav. Again, he had a great game. He had a great season for us, but again, we are kind of taking turns into a different direction. It was no longer part of the plan. And 66 minutes in, guess who scored? It's Undav. There's nothing I can do. This guy just running to the bench, celebrating with the coach, and showing literally no respect for us. That's fine. 68 minutes in, look at this sequence of play. Aston Villa was about to concede a own goal, but I'm not quite sure what happened there. I gotta go back and look again. That's how funny FIFA can be. It's just like producing a very rare, funny moment. And unfortunately right here, that's pretty much seals up the game. We are losing 2-0 to Aston Villa, and that was pretty much it. And right now, what we are hoping for is the fact that, oh, actually, you know what? There comes a counter-attack. Here comes Sesko, very strong on the ball as well. And Martinez, no clue what he was doing, because honestly, that was very easy to save. But right now, what we have to hope for is Newcastle dropping points, which means they have to draw or they have to lose at this point in order for us to get into the European spot. And ta-da, right here, 65 points, and Newcastle 63 points. They lost the game as well, which means we are, we got the European football, which is something that we really do want to do since, the first season. And right now we finally claimed the European competition spot, which means we get a little bit more money. We're going to invest on more young players in order to, trying to build a fortress around us. In the end, we got a manager's rating 84. Awesome, to be honest. The only objective that we didn't do was ending up in a Europa competition or Europa spot, which is fine. We still got European football, and I know it's one level lower, but based on what the team that we have, what the team that we're trying to achieve, I think honestly it's the right step for us. That's pretty much what, the same approach with Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal right now, the team is capable of taking it into Champions League. I know it's competitive, but with depth, with the squad depth that we have, I don't think it's possible. But again, same as Brighton, I don't think being in the Europa League would be a great development for the players, a great development for the team. So I think ending up at the Conference League spot was perfect for us. Personally, perfect for us. I don't know what the board is thinking, but having European spot, Conference League, that's all we want. And you know what? We achieved that. And in the end, this is pretty much has come down to the last part of this episode. Again, we had a great season. And before, having a parting words to season 2, let's look at the squad hub as well. Looking at it, we still have quite a few deadwoods in the team that we want to get rid of. But of course, again, spoilers alert, I did play a little bit of the season 3, so I kind of know what was going on. But this is a team that we have been, we've been playing around with. Again, it has been amazing. There's certain players that still went out on loan, and some of them I will still want to use them, but some of them has to be gone as well. Again, we are going to reconfigure the whole team, the whole structure towards next season. And of course, we need to do a much better job in terms of just trying to stay consistent, because with the teams that we're trying to build in the next season, we have to say we have to go for Europa League or even Champions League. Really depends on where we are at in terms of the next season, and of course the signings that we're gonna make. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Season 2 has come to an end. It was a great journey, despite I kind of took a break in the middle, which kind of disrupt the continuity of the whole series. But again, frequent upload will be back, maybe once every 2-3 days. I'm not quite sure, but I'm committed to finish the series. I'm committed to start a new career mode. But again, I'm not going to start a new career mode unless I finish the Brighton career mode. Again, I'm sure the journey will be the journey. It's going to be exciting. The journey, it's going to come in full circle eventually. But of course, it really depends on how frequent I upload. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.